Hi, yoga teacher. Are you a non-German speaking yoga teacher based in Germany and plan to earn your money with yoga or earn some money with yoga? Then you probably did encounter already some requests like, do you have Krankenkasse Zertifizierung? Or can you give Präventionskurse? Or do I get Kassenzuschuss when I attend your courses? Yeah. And most of you will probably say, I don't know. I don't know if this applies to me. And there might be some kind of ache in the heart because again this is this German administrative stuff and you do not feel ready to go for it. And I can only tell you, actually I am already standing in awe that you as a non-German decided to live here and work here and earn your money here. I don't know if I could do it. I mean, if I would be employed somewhere, maybe yes. But being a freelancer in a foreign country and not knowing the ways of things, I'm impressed that you do it. Okay, now let me help you a bit, explaining a bit what it is, what this is all about, and showing you how you can get this. Yeah, and probably earn some more money, have some more chances, or possibilities, opportunities, job-wise, in your life as a yoga teacher. Okay, let's start this. So I listed here those. You, I'm so really sorry, my English isn't what it could be. So I listed those words you might have heard and might have wondered about and might have had this certain helpless feeling in your heart. So those are probably the most most known. And I will tell you what this is. Okay, so in Germany, our health insurances, meaning the so-called gesetzliche Krankenkassen, which means those health insurances everybody's in who hasn't got a private health insurance. Okay, so the overall health insurance everybody has, even if on the dole or whatever. So there isn't practically no one who hasn't got a health insurance. I mean, some people, yes, but you won't. If you hear this, you won't be some of them. Okay. So we call it the GKV, meaning the gesetzliche Krankenversicherung. Yeah, you need to know some German words for this. Yeah, so it's the official health insurances. There are plenty of them, but they work together, and more or less everyone does the same. So, if you're teaching in Germany and you teach people who are located in Germany, working in Germany, they have this Krankenversicherung, which means that they have the claim to get 2 courses in a year, 2 prevention courses a year, and they get at least 75 euro for each. But they have to pay the whole money for a course first, and then they hand in a little paper that they did the course and that you got the money and how much you got, and they hand in that paper to their health insurance, and their health insurance refunds them at least 75 euro, not sometimes even 150. So this is a very good thing because practically they do yoga for very little money, and and you can take reasonable prices for your course because you know they will get a lot back. So at least 150, I would say, for a course of 8 to 10 classes. Okay, now this sounds fantastic, but for this to happen, you would need the so-called Krankenkasse Zertifizierung. I will write it down. So this is the Krankenkassen Zertifizierung granted by the ZPP, Zentrale Prüfstelle Prävention. Yeah? Central place of checking your if you are able to get that certificate. Okay, so how do you get that? But before, let me explain you other great options what you can do if you have that Krankenkasse Zertifizierung. Yeah, because let me just tell you what the good stuff. Let me tell you about the good stuff. So you can do Präventionskurse, which are also called Krankenkassenkurse, and your students get the Kassenzuschuss. But on the next level, you can do what we call business yoga. I'm not sure if you call it business yoga too. I thought that I don't know if corporate yoga would be a good expression. You will know better. I just put it in there because it's a course that the employer pays for his employees, or the employer supplies a room and maybe some free work time for his employees, and invites you to give a course there, and his employees pay directly to you. And then again, they will want that you be able to teach a Präventionscourse, because then they don't have to pay so much. Yeah. Now, so either the employees pay you, and they for sure will want you to have the certification of the health insurance certification, this ZPP certification, or the employer pays you. Yeah, so let me, employer pays your fee, which sounds already really nice, right? So this is then the case, what we call usually business yoga, corporate yoga, something. And this again has different ways to happen. So the one thing is the one I explained already. This is you teach in the company, right? Maybe you bring mats or they have mats. That's all details. Now, if we are speaking about this fact, and I'm making this like blue collar or something, yeah. Some employers, not all, some really big companies might say, okay, this is beneath us, yeah. We are not interested in those special German subsidies, but especially the startups, the smaller companies who really want to do their employees good, they rather would like to get the state subsidies, and this for paying you, and this they only get if you again have this Krankenkasse Zertifizierung, right? So you need a special certificate granted by the ZPP, and how you get it I told in the other video, so we won't speak about this. But more employer than not will prefer you to have this Krankenkasse Zertifizierung, because then it's way cheaper for them to pay their employees the course, to pay you, right? So, which opens a huge field of work, because I am I am quite sure that all over Germany there are lots of international companies who would like to offer their employees some good stuff, because everybody knows now that yoga helps staying healthy and so on and so on. So there's a lot of good arguments, and we can speak about that later. And it is your job. I mean, it's your opportunity to really check the yellow pages, or Google, of course, or something, and check where are the next companies, ideally on one campus or on one area in the city, or even in the little town where you live, and then go clean the handles, right? Go there and say, hey, I'm a yoga teacher. I've got the health insurance certificate. It will cost you way less than you think if you pay me an impressive fee to keep your employees healthy, right? Is that nice? I think this is really nice. Yeah, of course, you have to, we call it Klinkenputzen, so clean the handles. But what's the problem? I mean, you are offering a crazy good thing, and maybe you are even explaining this stuff to them, and they never did know about it. So you are bringing good news, and ideally you start with the secretary, because it's the secretaries who want this usually. And don't even try to get the bosses. So it's disturbing. Rather get really the employees, get the secretaries of those who are already having all their neck pain and their ankle pain. We are yoga teachers. We know what I'm speaking about. Okay, so that's one of the cases you teach in the company. Yeah. Then there's another one. This is even more. Well, I think this one is the best, actually. I think for the company, for the corporate identity, this is number one. Yeah. But not every boss wants to have it in his place, or they do not have a bigger room, or whatever. The other thing, what they can offer their employees, is they buy them class passes at your place. So again, employer, yeah, buys a pass. We call it Zehnerkarte, so a card, 10 class pass, yeah, for example. For their employees. And this ideally from you, right? And the class takes place somewhere else, and I highly recommend having a space which lies between, it's like in the heart between all the companies you are aiming at, right? So this is number 2, and so employer pays your fee, same thing, but the class takes place somewhere else. Right, okay, so we've got that. There's a lot of companies who do so they contact the employers and tell them, we have a huge range of yoga teacher and fitness teacher and so on who have this health insurance certificate. You just buy a ticket with us, and your people might go then to the whole range of teachers we acquired in our, it's like a top shop. Yeah. So there's a lot of such companies, and they really try to get the market. Yeah, so there's heavy competition, and it's definitely worth registering with them and offering your, if you rented a space of your own, offering, marketing your class, your open classes, your walk-in classes there, because in that constellation, it can be even a walk-in class. It mustn't be a Präventionskurs, which means it's a closed course of 8 to 12 classes in a row, and always the same group. So, but in that formation, you still need to have the health insurance certificate, mostly, and it will be so after October 2020, definitely. But it mustn't be those closed courses. So there's no starting point and ending point, but you can just have your class, teach, and invite the employees from different companies in there, right? But then the employers need to buy the pass. If actually it's better for you because you will get more money. Okay, so this one you teach in the company has this this definition of business yoga, corporate yoga, Firmen yoga, and to give you another German expression so it's an official expression for this, betriebliche Gesundheitsförderung. Yeah, those are all just definitions of what you find under number 1. I will put it like this. Okay, so yeah, and that's what the health insurance certificate is good for, right? I think it's good news. So, and the best news of all is you try to scratch all the knowledge together and present yourself with a little paper or a little flyer on the one side, and your offers on the other side, some basic informations about what's their benefits and how cheap it is in reality. Because if they can pay that for their employees, they have really some subsidy from the health insurances there. The employers get some money back from health insurance, or even get it fully paid by health insurance, or at least it isn't. It is a net worth. So it's really your job to do the search here and prepare your paper. Maybe I offer it some time, but not now. Okay, so that's how that's business yoga or betriebliche Gesundheitsförderung or company yoga. And up here we have this case that you have your you offer so-called Präventionskurse, which officially really have a starting point and an ending point. The good stuff here is you can bring all your dates into the data bank of the ZPP, and it will be shown in the, so there's a central data bank, central data bank, and everyone who has a health insurance, as we know, it's everyone more or less in Germany, and thinks about doing some yoga, will go to his or her own health insurance website, and there will be a link to this data bank, and it looks like their personal health insurance is suggesting your course, which is of course a great up level for the, I mean, in the people think that their health insurance especially suggested your course to them, and they are even willing to pay money, to pay them some money back if they endorse in your course. So that's amazing, right? That's really amazing because it's a kind of quality extra, which it's just happening. You don't have to do anything. You can teach crap, and they think it's quality because their health insurance pays it. So please don't teach crap. I mean, what is crap? I don't know, but well, there's some crap in the world, that for sure, and try not to. Doesn't make fun. So did I tell you everything? I think I did tell you something. Okay, let me give you to give you some good stuff in the end. Let me give you an idea about what you can take. Now, of course, this depends upon where you live in Germany. I mean, if you live in the countryside, maybe you won't go that high. If you live in a big city or if you are with big companies, you take more. But on the whole, think people get at least 75 euro back when they pay for your course. So you don't want your course to cost nothing. This is no good because it won't be worth. They think it's not worth anything if they haven't to pay some for this. This is unfortunately how we work, how our brain works these days, right? So it shouldn't be a course for 100 euro and then 10 classes. They get 75 euro back, and it costs them 25 euro for 10 classes. This is impossible, okay? So it should be at least 150 euro. This is really, I think, the minimum for a 10 class course. In big cities, you can, of course, go higher. In the rural area, you might discuss with your students that, okay, there's a general costs for 10 class course, and for some they get some money back, for the others not, but they should come all the year because people get only 2 prevention courses a year. That's the next aspect. It isn't really funny to have those people pop up every year for the same 2 courses and not ever do more than those 2 courses. I think it's, yeah, it this hurts me actually. I mean, this happens, yes, but it hurts me. So there's another question: how do I plan courses so to engage people, and how to very intelligently do I plan courses like something like a 4-course series they would want to do in a row, and then they would want to do it, they wouldn't want to wait till the next course. So they buy the class pass after having done their prevention courses or something. So another highly interesting idea. We could go for it in another video. I just highlighted this little thought. Yeah. So, and if you are teaching in a company, it's the same. I wouldn't take less than, actually, if you bring stuff yourself, I definitely wouldn't take less than 1,500 for 8 to 10 classes. And it should be classes, you should be prepared for teaching only 60 minutes because this is already a lot, and the employer doesn't want his people to only do yoga instead of working. Yeah, I know, I'm an employer too. Yeah, so that's not that bad. And of course, it depends upon how long you have to drive to get there. If you can organize yourself another job right next door or next building in that area. And now you can start counting your income. If you think, let's say, 10 classes, 1,500, do 2 a day, ideally, you can start counting your income. And I assure you, if you start with this stuff, you will get your customers. Those guys speak with each other, and they will very quickly see what it does to their employees when you teach them yoga, and when they offer them free sports, kind of. And this will go, and then there will be the moment when you say, oh my God, I can't take on more jobs. Yeah. So that's all another story, and I'd love to discuss it with you. But for the time being, I told you about what is Krankenkasse Zertifizierung. Again, how you get it, that's another video. What are Präventionskurse? What are Krankenkassenkurse? What is Kassenzuschuss? Right? And I told you that either you do this, having the health insurance certification, you do this on your own, in your own room, and write your dates into the health insurance data banks so that people can find you. Or, and this is something I really suggest, you go find companies who want you as a yoga teacher. Okay, hope you did enjoy this little video. I wish you a wonderful day, and please, if you like this, give me a like. I need this. My ego needs this. Okay, I need a like. And if you're interested how to get this health insurance certification, watch the other video. It's next to this, probably. It's YCBA, the channel YCBA. And I will explain where you can get it, and even very quickly if you are a quick one. Okay, and let me give you my email address. This is one I am reading myself, so don't worry about not speaking German or writing German. I can read that, yeah? You can even write me in Hungarian. Don't do it, really. It's too hard for me. I could read it, but too hard. Or in French. But if possible, try to write in English, right? Or German, actually. Good. Namaste. Om Shanti.